Right, we've got a complaint. This thing's not working on automatic, but when I've got here it's down to temperature, so there's not a lot you can do. The probe is underneath the tank under a plate, so what we've done is we've disconnected the probe. It's 100 ohms, so it's probably a PTC 1000, so we can get our decade box connected. Right, well, we've got this set so that it's reading the same temperature as the milk was. That's 6 degrees, which obviously it should be cooling at. That's 4. I think I just had the relay drop out then. I think the paddle's on, this is on 2, so that's on continuous. There we go, sorry. That's on continuous and the compressor's auto. I think I heard the relay click, so it's probably pumping down. Yeah, they've just cut out. So if I bring the temperature up again, all I'm doing is switching. That's about 40, 70, 80, 90, 100, 102 ohms, gives us 4.3. And if I drop, make it 100 ohms, that brings it down to that. And if I make it 101 ohms, brings it to that, which is roughly what it is. But I can hear the solenoid cycling as the temperature goes above and below the set point, so the board seems to be working okay. So we'll put it all back together and see how it goes. Unfortunately there's nobody about at the moment to discuss what the discuss what the problem was. Got the cover back on this. It's reading 2 degrees, 2.1 degrees, which is what it's been reading all the time we've been here. That was the setting it's on, which is 10-minute delay on the compressor, and the agitators run when the vat temperature is under 20 degrees. And they do that if you've got a lot of hot milk in there, so you don't overload the compressors. It'll run until it's cooled the bottom layer of the milk in the tank down to below 20. Paddle will start up, and then probably the temperature come out and they'll cut out again. Anyway, right, put the lid on, pack up and go, I think. So we've left them a note telling them what we've done. We've given it a bit of a run. That's brought the temperature down to 1.7. So if it plays up again, they could still cool it manually, so it's not like they're without cooling, but somebody would need to stand and watch it. But that's about as much as you can do, really. Luckily, just as I was leaving, the customers turned up, and got a bit more information now. And what he said is it wouldn't cool on position 1, which is where he normally leaves it. So he put it on position 2. The paddle come on, and temperature when it came up, and then it started cooling, which is basically what we found when we tested replacing the probe with the variable resistance. It worked okay, but it appears it doesn't bring the paddle on in position 1. Of course, if the paddle doesn't come on, then it doesn't realise it needs to cool. And thinking back, I think I've had another one of these do something similar probably 3 or 4 years ago, and we ended up putting a new cooling card in there. So he's going to check it again this afternoon's milking, because again it should start up once it's got some warm milk in there. It should start up again, if it doesn't, he's going to let us know. We'll order up a new circuit board on Monday. And what that should probably, or what it should do, is on position 1, once it's reached temperature, it should agitate the milk. It should stir the milk for 2 minutes, usually every quarter of an hour, and that ensures all the fat and everything is mixed up thoroughly. You don't get all the cream separated. And also, within 15 minutes of them starting milking, the thermostat will realise there's some more milk in there and turn the cooling on. Because what will happen otherwise, especially if they fill at the rear of the tank, which I think they do there, is the hot milk will sit on top of the cold milk. It will form 2 separate layers, and unless they stir it, the heat won't get through to the bottom to win the thermostat. And I have had places where they've had a fault, or they've forgot to turn the cooling on, or especially on the old-fashioned tanks, and the tanker man comes along, checks the temperature gauge, and it's fine, and he takes the milk out, and then a lot of the tankers used to sample the milk temperature on the last bit of milk that went through the pipe, and then suddenly get a reading on the ticket and the milk was 15 degrees or something, and you get called out saying the temperature display is wrong, or the thermostat is wrong. And when you go to checking it, when you do the maths, you work out there's no way that there'd be enough heat in the milk in one milking to warm the whole tank of milk up to 15 degrees. So then you realise that there's been a problem with the milk not being stirred. But anyway, I expect we'll have a phone call later on today. Well, we shall see.